Hello friends, this is Professor Umesh Tirke and you are watching me on my YouTube channel. I have created this YouTube channel specially for engineering aspirants, and as I am an electronics engineer, my focus will be on electronics engineering. So in future, I will post videos on many topics related to electronics engineering, but I want to ensure the other engineers from other branches that in future I will try to post videos on other engineering branches also. Apart from this, I will try to post videos on other non-engineering topics which are related to engineering, or those topics which are required to be known by the engineers. So today we are going to discuss on digital electronics. This subject is mainly introduced in third semester of the 8th semester engineering course by various universities. The name, as I told here, digital electronics may change with respect to universities. Like somewhere you may come across principles of digital electronics, somewhere you may come across simply digital electronics, somewhere you may find principles of digital techniques or digital techniques and so on. But what is the similarity in the various subjects are the syllabus remains almost the same. So every electronics engineer has to learn this subject. Also, this subject is being introduced by the various technical boards for the diploma in engineering courses also. As there in Maharashtra, as I am a professor in Polytechnic in Maharashtra, I am related with Maharashtra State Technical Board of Education. This board has also introduced this subject as a digital techniques and introduced for the third semester in electronics engineering and its allied branches as well as computer engineering. The subject code is 22320. So here it is not mandatory that every students from Maharashtra and the diploma aspirants should watch this video. All the students of electronics engineering can watch this studio, because every electronics engineer has to learn this subject in their respective semester and respective universities. So today we are going to discuss number systems. Now why to learn number systems? As we are learning digital electronics, we come across many digital signals, and as we are the designers, we have to analyze the digital signals. Now analyzing signals is quite a cumbersome task, but analyzing numbers is very easy task. So what we do, we use numbers in lieu of digital signals. Like when we perform arithmetic operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, or some advanced mathematical operations like integration, differentiation, if we perform this task on signals, it will be quite difficult. But if we perform this task on the numbers, it will be easy for us. So what we do, we will use numbers in lieu of digital signals, and that's why we have to learn number systems over here. So now I have prepared a PowerPoint presentation for you. So now let's move towards the PowerPoint presentation so that you will easily understand the concept. So friends, welcome to the PowerPoint presentation of the topic number system. As I told you earlier that I am a professor in a polytechnic college in Maharashtra. So I am related to Maharashtra State Board of Technical Education, and this subject digital technique have been introduced by them for the students of diploma in electronics engineering in Maharashtra. The subject name digital techniques and its code is 22320. Even if it is for this subject, all the students from the country can refer it. As I told you just before few minutes that the subject name changes but the syllabus remains almost the same. So every student, engineering student from all over the country can refer it. So let's move forward to the detail of the number system. As I told you earlier that it is the syllabus prescribed by Maharashtra State Board of Technical Education. The syllabus is divided into 5 units. The unit 1 basically consists of number system and codes. So we will concentrate on the number system topic and move forward. So the total number systems, as you can see on the slide, are 4: decimal number system, binary number system, octal number system and hexadecimal number system. Now today we will concentrate on the first topic shown in blue color, that is decimal number system. Now why to learn decimal number system first? Because decimal number system is the basic number system and you can say it as a reference number system also, because we have learned it from our childhood, and once you know the techniques used in decimal number system, you can easily understand binary, octal and hexadecimal number system. So let's start with the decimal number system. Now when we learn a number system, the very first concept comes is a base or radix. Now what is base or radix is, it indicates the total number of digits used in a number system. Here the decimal number system basically consists of 10 digits ranging from, you can see over here second line, it consists of 10 basic digits ranging from 0 to 9. That's why its base is 10 and the name is decimal number system. You can say it is the two sides of a coin. When you say 10 basic digits, that's why the base is 10, or the base is 10, that's why this number system consists of 10 basic digits. Okay, the examples, you can see the last line, examples is given 3, 5, 19. So it's, we have learned it from the childhood. So the examples of the number systems are 3, 5, 19, 35, or you can consider any number that we have learned from our childhood. Now how to construct the decimal numbers? This we have learned from our childhood, still we have to refer it so that we can easily construct the numbers from the further number system, that is binary, hexadecimal or octal. So we will see, the first line says, as we have seen earlier, that it consists of 10 basic digits. Now if we join these basic digits we get numbers. How we can join? We can consider the sets. Set 1, that means all the digits combined in a set, that is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this comprises a one set. So if we combine set, we get numbers. How? We will see on the next slide. And how many numbers we can write is based on a formula. See here, the first line says that the formula. What the formula is? M is equal to 10 power n. Actually the formula is M is equal to base power n. As here we are considering the decimal number system, the base is 10, that's why I have taken 10 here. And what M is? M is the maximum number of numbers that can be written. And what the n is? N is the number of sets used. You can see over here, M is the maximum numbers that can be written and n is the number of sets used, where 10 is the base or radix. So if we consider n is equal to 1, you can see on this line, if we consider n is equal to 1, we get 10 power 1 is equal to 10. That means we can write numbers, total number 10. How these numbers are? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 0 to 9 numbers can be written if we use one set. Similarly, consider the last line. Here n is equal to 2 is considered. So if n is equal to 2, we can write 10 power 2 is equal to 100 numbers. How these 100 numbers can be written? From 0, 0 to 9, 9 and so on. That means if you say n is equal to 3, then you can write 10 power 3 is equal to 1000 numbers ranging from 0, 0, 0 to 9, 9, 9 and so on. You can write numbers. We will see how the numbers written on the next slide. See, this slide shows you the 100 numbers. That means two sets have been used over here. You can see over here set 0, set 1, set 0, set 1, set 0, set 1. That means two sets are used, set 0 and set 1. And how these numbers are written? Once you consider this set 0, all the digits have been used in a series, right from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. In that case, in set 1, the first digit is used and kept constant, that is 0. 0 is used and it is kept constant until all these digits from set 0 have been used. Then consider the next number after 9 we get 10. Why we get 10? See here the set 0. Again all the digits in series are used 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 9, and in set 1 what we have done, we have used the next digit, that is 1. 1 is there after 0, so we have used 1 over here, and we have kept the digit constant until the last digit of set 0 is used. So 9 is the last digit and we have used 1 up to there. So after 19 we came across 20. How this 20 is over here? Again in set 0 all the digits are used in a series 0, 1, 2 up to 9, and see set 1, the next digit to 1, that is 2 is used, and this 2 is kept constant until the last digit of the set 0 is used. So this process is continued up till all the digits from set 1 is also used. See the last column, see here set 1 uses digit 9 and it is kept constant until the last digit, that is 9 from set 0 is used. Here the last digit of set 1 is also used, so further number cannot be written because there is no set 2. We have used only 2 sets. So that is why we can write numbers 100 right from 00 to 99. Now this is again the weights of the digits used. Here this number system is a weighted number system. Here every set has a weight, every digit in a set has a weight. You can see over here a number used in set 0 has a weight of 10 power 0 is 1. A number used in set 1 has a weight of 10 power 1, that is 10. So the digit used in set 1 has a weight of 10. The digit used in set 2 has a weight of 100. The digit used in set 3 has a weight of 1000, and so on. When we join digits of different weights from different sets, we get numbers. This can be cleared in the next slide. See here, this slide shows you the example 1. In example 1, digit 5 is used in set 1 and digit 7 is used in set 0. The following table shows you the construction of the number. First column shows you the set numbers, second column shows you the digits used in the respective sets, third column shows you the weight of the numbers in the respective sets, and the final column shows you the place values of the digits. So consider the first row. In set 0 we have used digit 7, its weight is 1, so when we multiply digit 7 by its weight 1, we get its place value 7. Similarly in set 1 we have used digit 5 and its weight is 10, so when we multiply digit 5 by its weight 10, we get its place value 50. When we add these place values, we get the number constructed, that is 57. Similarly in the next slide we will see the 4-digit number. The example given is digit 7 used in set 3, digit 9 is used in set 2, digit 4 in set 1 and digit 1 used in set 0. Construct the number. So see here, set 0 uses digit 1, its weight is 1, so when we multiply digit 1 by its weight 1, we get its place value 1. In set 1 we have used digit 4, its weight is 10, so when we multiply digit 4 by its weight 10, we get its place value 40. In set 2 we have used digit 9, its weight is 100, so when we multiply digit 9 by its weight 100, we get its place value is equal to 900. And the final digit used in set 3 is 7, its weight is 1000, so 7 multiplied by weight 1000 equal to 7000. When we add these place values, we get the number 7941. So now let's move toward the example number 3. I have gone in deep in this example so that the complete concept of the decimal number will be clear to you. in this example 3, I have used a fractional number. It is not necessary every time that we use or we construct the number is an integer. Somewhere or many times you come across as a fractional number also. So we also should know how to construct the fractional number. So here in this example, you can see over here, the example uses digit 5 in set 3, digit 8 in set 2, digit 7 in set 1 and digit 2 in set 0 in an integer part, and the number also uses digit 7 in set 1 and digit 3 in set 2 in a fractional part. That means this number consists of a fractional part as well as integer part. That means it is a fraction actually. So how to construct the fractional numbers? See here, I have given the set numbers, but it is quite different as compared to the previous example. In the previous example, that is in example 2 and example 1, only integer part is considered. So set number given in ascending order, that is set 0, set 1, set 2 and set 3. But here in this example, I have rearranged the set numbers, because when there are a fractional part in a number, an integer part in a number, we have to consider the 0 as a center point. You can refer the number line. In a number line, 0 is a center point. As you go towards the right direction from 0, we get positive numbers. See here, from 0, if we go towards the right direction, we get positive numbers, and from 0, if we go towards negative direction, we get negative numbers. So here I have considered 0 as a center point, and in the upward direction, the set numbers are given for integer part, and in the downward direction from 0 is given the set number for fractional part. So now you can find out the weights. As the set number is 3, its weight will be 10 power 3 is 1000, because these set numbers are given for integer part. So we have taken these powers as a positive powers. So for this set, the weight is 10 power 3 is 1000. For this set, the weight is 10 power 2, that is 100. For this set, the weight is 10 power 1, that is 10. And for this set, the weight is 10 power 0 is equal to 1. Now from this point, as we go in the downward direction, these are the set numbers given for fractional part. So when we find the weight of the fractional part, we take the negative powers, as we are going in the left direction from the 0 on a number line. So these set numbers are actually the negative numbers. So when we find the weight of this set, we take powers as a negative powers. So as the set number is 1, we have taken minus 1 power. So 10 power minus 1 is equal to how much? When we take the minus power, it becomes plus power in the denominator. So 1 by 10 power plus 1. So 10 power plus 1 is 10. So it is actually a fraction of 1 by 10. So the weight is 0.1. Similarly, for the second set, I have taken the minus 2 power. So it becomes positive at the denominator. So 1 by 10 power 2, that is 100. So it is 1 by 100, and that's why its weight is 0.01. Now we have the weights ready. We can find out the place values of the digits. So here weight is 1000 and the digit used is 5. So its place value will be 5000, because 5 will be multiplied by 1000. Similarly here, 8 multiplied by this weight 100, we get 800 place value. 7 multiplied by 10, we get 70 as a place value for this digit. 2 multiplied by 1, we get a place value of 2. 7 multiplied by 0.1, the place value is 0.7, because 7 multiplied by 0.1, we get 0.7. 3 multiplied by 0.01, so we will get 0.03. So we have the place values ready. Now we can add them. 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 2. Before adding these two, we must add this fractional part. So after 7, if I join zeros, the place value will not change, because in the fractional part, if we add zeros in the right direction, the value does not change. So here I can consider a 0 over here. So this 0 plus 3 is 3, then 7 plus 0 is equal to 7, then 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 2 plus zeros is equal to 2. 0 plus 0 plus 7 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 is equal to 7. 0 plus 8 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 is equal to 8, and 5 plus all zeros is equal to 5. Thus, we get this number constructed 5872.73. I hope the concept of decimal number system is very much clear to you. If you like this video, then press a like button, share it to your friends, and subscribe my YouTube channel, and press the bell icon to get the notification of latest videos. Thank you.